Manchegas Nail Art Tutorial by Hotpinkzebrapolish. Begin by painting all of your nails solid white. On your ring and thumbnail, I'm going to start by painting a single yellow stripe across my nail, and I'm doing it slightly off center. You can do it center if you want. I just decided it would look a little bit, I don't know, a little more balanced not being in center, if that makes any sense. So then I'm going to leave a gap of white and then paint an orange stripe next on either side, or both sides, I guess. The next stripe is going to be red, and that's going to go right next to the orange stripe, so don't leave any space between the colors. And depending on how long your nails are, the next stripe is going to be a darker shade of red, and if you can add one on each side, then do so. Otherwise, if you don't have any room at all, you can skip this one. So now I'm going to be adding some black details around the yellow, and I'm going to start by outlining it. So add a black line on either side of the first yellow stripe, and then I'm going to add 2 black lines in the center. And now I'm going to be adding some cross lines going through the center too. On the index nail, I'm going to paint a wide red stripe across the center of the nail. And then I'm going to add a thin yellow stripe both above and below the red. So now, leaving a space around the yellow, I'm going to be adding a light blue stripe above and below. The next color is a darker shade of blue, and that is going right next to that lighter shade of blue. And if you have room around these colors, again, you can leave a little bit of gap for the next color. Otherwise, you can just fill in whatever space you have left. But if you do have that little gap, add black in the remaining space. And if you have that black out, then you're going to want to add a zigzag across the thin yellow stripe. And then 2 dashed lines through the red. On your middle and pinky nails with light blue, I'm going to be painting 2 stripes at the top of my nail, leaving a gap of white between them. So then, leaving a super thin line of white, I'm going to add a thin stripe of black. And then, leaving a little bit thicker of a gap, I'm going to then add a thicker stripe of black. And in that white space, I'm going to add a zigzag through it, creating white triangles. The next color is going to be blue, and that's going to butt up right next to the black. And then paint 2 thin yellow lines in between the 2 light blue stripes we painted earlier. And now with light blue, I'm going to add a stripe below the darker shade, and then add light blue dots in between the 2 yellow lines. And of course, add a layer of top coat. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like my design. Please share any recreations with me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I would really love to see them, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!